Okay. You'll recall last time we met, Prime Minister, I asked you about the government's decision to freeze the local housing allowance. And coming back to the issue around child poverty, this is an area which is keeping many children and their families in poverty because they cannot afford the rent. The recent data from the local government association responsible for all councils shows that there's a funding gap of around £7 million over the last 5 years. This is a key area pushing many people more into poverty. So I asked you again, Prime Minister, do you think that that was the right decision from a government that's ambitious on tackling child poverty?
Look, I think I defend the decisions we've made. Obviously, we head into the autumn. We will get to another budget, and there'll be a chance to look again across the board. But we certainly made the right decision first time around. I think I'd also emphasise something I touched on last time, which is, in the end, with housing, we need to build and make available more housing across the board. There simply isn't enough, and that
but
means
the starts,
price goes
Prime
up.
Minister, you may have seen are quite low. We're not building those houses quickly enough, and we will see more people and more children in poverty. We can't build our way out of this crisis. So in the interim, what more can the government do to help alleviate that poverty?
Well,
that families
as
are
I say,
facing?
there'll be a child poverty strategy which we're setting out in the autumn. We will go into the budget in the autumn as well, and alleviating poverty is a priority of mine. I do think that we need to build more, though, and we have to build more because we've had a problem for many years of not building enough social and affordable housing in this country. And until we crack that problem, we will never be able to get to the fundamental roots of the failures here. And that's why, on that issue in particular, I'm pressing the Deputy Prime Minister very hard.
Prime Minister, on that though, when homes are built in expensive parts of the country, it's very hard for social landlords to afford to buy them at the rate they would need to pay, make sure that the rents are truly affordable rents. So is there anything on your radar about how you're going to ensure that not just the supply of housing, but the supply of really properly affordable social housing is...
Yeah, that's why we've made a commitment within the building commitment for social and affordable housing and put down £39 billion, which is the biggest amount.
Over 10 years?
Put behind. Well, yes, but...
I'm just be clear.
Well, I appreciate that, but there is always the duty of government to deal with the here and now, of course, but also to deal with the mid and long term. And one of the big problems, in my view, of the last 14 years is nobody did the mid and long term. So we lived with the ever-decreasing cycle of failure and short-term sticking plaster, and I'm determined that we're going to cut through that.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Sir Geoffrey Clifton-Brown.
Good afternoon, Prime Minister.
Good afternoon.
Just following on from Florence's last question on local housing allowance.